Hello, this is the implementation webinar for the Labster and D2L Brightspace integration. The agenda for this webinar is to go through the onboarding process, demonstrate how to upload simulations, and go through the Labster support resources as well as best practices when using Labster. My school purchased access to Labster, now what? First, you will be introduced to your designated Customer Success Manager who will assist you with the implementation process as well as be your point of contact for any questions you may have throughout your time using Labster. Then, with the help of your LMS admin, we will work with your school to complete the D2L Brightspace integration. Your Customer Success Manager will then schedule and hold a training call for your faculty to ensure everyone knows how to use Labster. Then lastly, you will be introduced to your account manager, who will be your point of contact for questions you may have regarding your contract and can also assist you with renewing our service. Now, we will go into the D2L Brightspace to demonstrate how to add simulations into your course. First, we will go into the course we would like to add a simulation to and click on the Content tab. Then, we will create a module by scrolling to the bottom and clicking Add a Module. For demonstration purposes, I will name this module Webinar. Once we have created a new module, you will select the Existing Activities tab and select the Labster External Tool. When you select the Labster External Tool, you'll be brought to the catalog of simulations. Now we can explore the Labster catalog. The first tab we will click on in the catalog is the Course Packages tab. These are curated lists, and when you find the course subject you are interested in, you can browse the simulations to see what we have on that related course subject. This is a great way to find simulations for your course, but you are also not limited to just the course package simulations. You can still search and find simulations you find relevant to your course and add them separately. Next, we will click on the Simulations tab. This entire platform is open for you to use. You will have access to our entire catalog of learning content. You can pick and choose simulations, science animation videos, theory supplements, etc. for you to add to your course. There are 3 different ways to find simulations for your course. You can search, filter, or browse to find what you want. To search, you can search via the search bar at the top for simulations. To browse, you can just scroll through our many simulations, or you can use the filters section on the left-hand side to filter down simulations to find for your course. The filters that we have are standard, subject, education level, language, device, and duration. Another way to find simulations is via the Favorites tab. As you're scrolling through simulations and you find one that is interesting, if you click the heart icon on the simulation, this will add it to your Favorites tab. Later on in the semester, if you want to find the simulations in your Favorite tab, they are easier to find so that you can add them. The way to find the simulations in your Favorite tab is through this button right here. If we click on a simulation, here we can see everything the virtual lab has to offer. There's an entire screencast of the full simulation, and this is a recording of someone else playing it in case you want to review the simulation this way. Or you can play it yourself through the play button at the top right. But I will show you what the screencast looks like. Up at the top, you see the many supplements that come with each simulation. a lab report template, a complete lab manual, theory page, and downloadable quiz questions. Every simulation features a lab manual, which is kind of like a study guide, and a lab report. Lab manuals feature a simulation synopsis, learning objectives, techniques, and some relevant theory. They are usually 4 to 5 pages each and available in Google Doc format so teachers can edit them by downloading them to Word. Instructors often assign these to students before they play a simulation as preparation. In Google Docs, teachers click Share to copy the manual URL and add it to their syllabus or LMS. There's also a separate theory page you can assign at any time, almost like a digital textbook chapter. We also have 3D animated videos you can assign or show for more difficult concepts or for review. And we have a library of 2,000 plus downloadable 2D science images for just about every science concept you can think of. Under our translation guide, you will also find which simulations fully translate into the different languages. Scrolling down, you can see length, accessibility mode, and available languages, as well as a full description of what the simulation teaches and covers, and its case-based storyline. At the bottom, there are also images and any related simulation. This looks like a simulation I want to add, so I will scroll up and click the Add button to place the link into my course. Once the simulation is published in my course, you can edit it in a few different ways. If we click on the simulation, we can rename the simulation by clicking this. We can also scroll down and add due dates, start dates, and make sure that the simulation is in fact visible to my students. A new feature we have now is the quiz editor. If you click the edit quiz questions, you can now edit the quiz how you best see fit for your students. You can change or add your own questions to the simulation itself. Each student will be able to access any simulation you publish within the LMS. They will not need a separate login for Labster. If I go back to our module and follow the same steps I did previously, I can add our Labster dashboard. Our instructor dashboard tracks student progress, scores, and attempts, and you can also export the results into Excel or drill down to see a student's individual answers. If I add it to our course, and then click on the Labster dashboard, here you can find your students' grades, as well as adjust the grade sync settings to ensure that the grade that is being placed into your LMS gradebook is the grade that you want to be recorded. You can see grades per simulation or per student. And here is where you can download the grade data. On the bottom left-hand side, we have our Instructor Resources tab. Here you can find our many blog articles, webinar recordings, user guides, case studies, and more to help you get started and understand how to use the simulation. We also have our support and help center, where you can find answers to all your logistical questions, including minimum system requirements and how we integrate into your school's LMS, instructions for students, etc. We also have our Labster support on the bottom left chat box where students can access Labster help as well. Here is our Labster best practices slide, which is great to share out with students and for you to follow as well so that Labster runs smoothly and you run into no problems. Here is our support and resources that are available to you and your students. We have the live chat support 7 days a week so that you and your students can always access help. We have our help center, which includes support articles, common troubleshooting answers and live chat 7 days a week. We also have our community campus, which is a network where you can ask questions and source feedback from other Labster users. And we also have our Educator's Guide, which includes technical setup, overview of features, and links to additional resources. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to our support team or your direct customer success manager.